If you're over 60, you've probably been told for years that taking vitamins every morning is one of the smartest things you can do for your health. A pill for your bones, another for your heart, maybe one more for energy. Simple, easy, safe. But what if I told you that some of the very vitamins you take every day could actually be making you weaker, foggier, and even increasing your risk of stroke and nerve damage? Clinical research now shows that certain supplements, the same ones heavily marketed to seniors, can quietly build up in your body, strain your organs, harden your arteries, and accelerate aging. And here's the part most people never hear. After 60, your body doesn't process vitamins the same way it did at 40. Your liver detoxifies more slowly. Your kidneys don't flush excess minerals as efficiently. Your nerves and blood vessels become more sensitive to overload. So, what used to be helpful in midlife can quietly become dangerous later on. That's why in today's video, I'm going to show you the 4 vitamins you should never take after 60 and the 4 nutrients you should take daily to protect your brain, strengthen your muscles, and support a longer, healthier life. And make sure you stay until the very end, because vitamin number 1 is linked to a 36% lower risk of death from all causes in large population studies. So grab your supplement bottles, check your labels, and let's find out whether the pills you're taking every morning are truly helping you or silently hurting you. Worst vitamin number 4, vitamin A, retinol form. Vitamin A is often called a hero vitamin. It supports vision, immune health, and skin. But here's what most seniors don't realize. After 60, vitamin A in the retinol form becomes dangerous much faster than you think. Retinol is the synthetic form of vitamin A, found in many multivitamins and liver-based supplements. And unlike vitamin C or B vitamins, which wash out through urine, vitamin A is fat-soluble. That means your body stores it, mainly in your liver and fatty tissue. As we age, the liver becomes less efficient at clearing excess, so retinol slowly accumulates and accumulates until it starts causing damage. This buildup can create symptoms many seniors think are just normal aging. Dry, fragile skin, hair thinning, joint pain and stiffness, dizziness and blurred vision, persistent fatigue. But it doesn't stop there. A large European review found that seniors with elevated vitamin A levels had a 25% higher risk of atrial fibrillation, a heart rhythm disorder that dramatically increases stroke risk after 65. In other words, a vitamin meant to protect your health could quietly be stressing your heart. How much is too much? If your supplement contains more than 700 micrograms per day for women, 900 micrograms per day for men, of retinol or retinol palmitate, you're already entering risky territory. And many senior multivitamins exceed this without warning. The safe alternative. Your body still needs vitamin A, just not in the retinol form. The safe version is beta-carotene, found in foods like sweet potatoes, carrots, spinach, eggs. Your body converts beta-carotene into vitamin A only when it actually needs it, so there's no toxic buildup. Think of it like a smart fuel system. It fills only when needed instead of overflowing, so if you're over 60, check your labels. If you see retinol or retinol palmitate, it's time to reconsider. Worst vitamin number 3. Iron supplements. Iron is often marketed as an energy booster. It's added to multivitamins. Doctors prescribe it for fatigue. But here's the truth most seniors never hear. After menopause and after midlife, most adults no longer lose iron regularly. So unless you have diagnosed anemia or blood loss, extra iron doesn't get used, it gets stored in your organs. Primarily in the liver, heart, and pancreas. And excess iron creates something called oxidative stress, which damages tissues the same way rust damages metal. Over time, high iron levels have been linked to increased risk of heart disease, liver damage, higher rates of certain cancers, faster cognitive decline. One major study even linked excess iron to higher dementia risk in older adults. The problem with multivitamins. Many senior multivitamins still contain iron, even though most seniors don't need it. So if you're taking a multivitamin with iron, plus eating iron-rich foods like red meat or fortified cereals, you may be slowly overloading your system without realizing it. Symptoms that get missed. Iron overload doesn't announce itself loudly. Symptoms are subtle: joint stiffness, chronic fatigue, brain fog, heart palpitations. Most people blame age, but iron could be contributing. What to do instead? First, check your supplement labels. If iron is listed and your doctor hasn't diagnosed deficiency, switch to iron-free formulas. Second, ask for blood tests like serum ferritin and transferrin saturation to check true iron levels. Third, get iron naturally from foods instead of pills. After 60, iron is only helpful when truly needed. Otherwise, it quietly accelerates aging. Worst vitamin number 2, calcium supplements. For decades, seniors have been told one simple message: if you want strong bones, take calcium every day. But science now tells a very different story. After 60, calcium supplements can actually increase heart attack and stroke risk if taken improperly. Here's why. When you're young, your bones actively pull calcium out of your bloodstream. But with age, that mechanism weakens. So the calcium you swallow doesn't automatically go into bones. Instead, it can end up in arteries, hardening them, joints, causing stiffness, kidneys, forming stones, soft tissues where it doesn't belong. A major heart association review found that seniors taking calcium supplements had a significantly higher risk of cardiovascular events, and ironically, bone strength didn't always improve. The real problem: calcium cannot work alone. It needs vitamin D3 to absorb calcium, vitamin K2 to send calcium into bones instead of arteries, magnesium to keep calcium from hardening tissues. When calcium is taken alone, it becomes misdirected. What works better? Get calcium primarily from food: sardines with bones, yogurt, leafy greens, almonds. If supplementing, use combined formulas with D3, K2, and magnesium. And remember, movement is just as important as minerals. Without weight-bearing activity, bones won't strengthen properly no matter how much calcium you swallow. Worst vitamin number 1, high-dose vitamin B6. Vitamin B6 is often marketed as an energy booster and nerve protector. It's water-soluble. It helps metabolism, so it sounds harmless. But here's the dangerous truth for people over 60. When B6 is taken in high doses for long periods, it becomes toxic to the nervous system. Unlike other B vitamins that flush out easily, B6 can accumulate inside nerve tissue. Over time, this buildup damages the very nerves it's supposed to protect. And seniors are especially vulnerable because liver detox slows with age, nerve tissue becomes more sensitive. Recovery from nerve injury is slower. A major neurology study found that older adults taking high-dose B6 supplements had twice the risk of developing nerve damage symptoms compared to those who stayed within low doses. Symptoms that look like just aging. This is why B6 toxicity is so dangerous. The warning signs look exactly like normal aging or diabetes: tingling or numbness in hands and feet, burning sensations, poor balance and frequent falls, muscle weakness, brain fog, and fatigue. Many seniors are treated for neuropathy without anyone checking supplement labels. The dosage trap. The official upper limit for B6 is 100 milliliters per day, but studies show that even 25-50 milliliters daily over time can cause nerve toxicity in older adults. And many nerve support or energy supplements contain 50 milliliters, 100 milliliters, or even more per dose. Stack that with your multivitamin and fortified foods, and overdose becomes easy. Worse yet, nerve damage from B6 can take months or even years to reverse, and in some cases becomes permanent. What to do instead? Seniors only need about 1.5 mg per day for women, 1.7 mg per day for men. That amount is easily obtained from food: chickpeas, bananas, poultry, fish, whole grains. If your multivitamin contains more than 5-10 mg of B6, it's time to switch. And if you already have nerve symptoms, ask your doctor to test B6 levels. Because when it comes to B6 after 60, more is not better. More can be dangerous. From danger to defense. So now you know the truth about the 4 vitamins that can quietly damage your health after 60. Retinol vitamin A, iron supplements, standalone calcium pills, high-dose vitamin B6. But avoiding harm is only half the battle. The real key to thriving after 60 isn't just removing the wrong supplements, it's giving your body the nutrients that actually protect aging systems. And the next four are backed by some of the strongest longevity research we have today. Let's start with the one most seniors are deficient in and don't even realize it. Best nutrient number 4, magnesium. If there's one mineral seniors are quietly running low on, it's magnesium. And the symptoms are often brushed off as normal aging. Poor sleep, nighttime leg cramps, irregular heartbeat, anxiety, fatigue, constipation. But magnesium controls over 300 biochemical reactions in your body, including heart rhythm, muscle relaxation, nerve signaling, blood sugar control, bone strength. As we age, absorption drops, and many medications common after 60, and like diuretics, blood pressure meds, and acid reflux drugs, actually drain magnesium from your system. So even seniors who eat well often become deficient. What low magnesium does to your body. Low magnesium has been linked to higher stroke risk, increased atrial fibrillation, faster cognitive decline, greater insulin resistance, more chronic inflammation. That's why doctors call it one of the most overlooked longevity minerals. What happens when levels are restored? Seniors who correct magnesium deficiency often report deeper sleep, fewer cramps, more stable mood, better balance, less heart rhythm disturbance. It doesn't work overnight, but within weeks, many feel the difference. Which forms work best? Not all magnesium supplements are equal. Avoid magnesium oxide, poorly absorbed, causes diarrhea. Better options: magnesium glycinate, magnesium citrate, magnesium malate. Typical senior dose: 250 to 400 mg per day, depending on diet and medical conditions. Food sources help. 2 great magnesium foods include spinach and leafy greens, pumpkin seeds, almonds, avocados, black beans, dark chocolate, yes, in moderation. But due to soil depletion, food alone often isn't enough anymore. Magnesium may not be flashy, but for seniors, it's a silent repair system working behind the scenes. Best nutrient number 3, vitamin D3. If magnesium is the quiet helper, then vitamin D3 is the master switch. After 60, your body's ability to make vitamin D from sunlight drops by more than half. Your skin simply doesn't convert sunlight the way it once did. Add in more time indoors, sunscreen, or living in northern regions, and deficiency becomes extremely common. Why vitamin D3 matters so much after 60. Vitamin D3 acts more like a hormone than a simple vitamin. It directly influences bone strength and fracture prevention, muscle coordination and fall risk, immune response and recovery, mood stability, brain function and memory. Large population studies show that seniors with low vitamin D levels have higher rates of falls, more frequent infections, faster loss of muscle strength, higher overall mortality. In other words, low D3 quietly weakens multiple systems at once. Signs you may be low. Most seniors don't feel a dramatic symptom at first. Instead, they notice things like fatigue that doesn't improve with rest, low mood or irritability, aching bones or weak legs, getting sick more often, slower recovery after illness. These are often blamed on age, when vitamin D deficiency may be playing a major role. How much do seniors really need? Most multivitamins contain only 400, 800 IU, but research shows that many adults over 60 need 1,000 to 2,000 IU per day just to maintain healthy blood levels, and some may need more, depending on body weight, sun exposure, and medications. Always choose vitamin D3, not D2. D3 is far better absorbed and stays active longer in the body. How to take it for best results? Vitamin D is fat-soluble. That means absorption improves when taken with meals that contain healthy fats. Olive oil, avocado, nuts, fish. Some doctors recommend pairing D3 with vitamin K2, which helps guide calcium into bones and away from arteries. Food helps too. Fatty fish, egg yolks, fortified dairy. But after 60, food alone is rarely enough to correct deficiency. With proper D3 levels, many seniors report better balance, improved mood, more strength, fewer seasonal illnesses. And that sets the stage for the next nutrient, the one that protects both your brain and your legs. Best nutrient number 2, vitamin B12. If vitamin D protects your structure, vitamin B12 protects your wiring. By age 65, up to 1 in 4 seniors has low B12 levels, often without knowing it. The problem isn't diet, it's absorption. With age, stomach acid decreases, and that acid is required to release B12 from food. Add in common medications like acid reflux drugs, metformin, certain antibiotics, and absorption drops even further. Why B12 is critical after 60. Vitamin B12 is essential for nerve insulation and signaling, red blood cell production, brain tissue maintenance, muscle coordination. When levels drop, the effects can be serious. And here's the problem. B12 deficiency can look like memory problems, confusion, poor balance, tingling in hands and feet, fatigue, mood changes. Many seniors are told this is normal aging, and when in reality, it may be a correctable nutrient deficiency. What happens if low B12 is ignored over time? Deficiency may contribute to irreversible nerve damage, greater fall risk, cognitive decline, anemia. That's why early correction matters so much. How to restore B12 levels. Because absorption from food declines, many seniors benefit from supplements. Effective options include sublingual tablets that dissolve under the tongue, oral capsules in higher doses, in some cases, injections prescribed by doctors. Typical daily supplement range for seniors: 500 to 1,000 micrograms. B12 is water-soluble, and excess is usually excreted, making toxicity uncommon. Look for forms such as methylcobalamin, cyanocobalamin. Food sources are still helpful if digestion allows. Fish, eggs, dairy, meat. But supplements often provide more reliable absorption after 60. Many seniors notice improved energy, clearer thinking, and better balance once levels are restored. And now we come to the nutrient that affects nearly every system in the aging body and has been linked to living longer itself. Best nutrient number 1, omega-3 fatty acids, EPA and DHA. If there's one supplement seniors truly cannot afford to ignore, it's omega-3 fatty acids. Large long-term studies have found that older adults with higher omega-3 blood levels had lower risk of heart events, lower inflammation, better cognitive function, and up to 36% lower risk of death from all causes. That's not marketing, that's population science. Why omega-3s matter so much after 60. Omega-3s act as natural anti-inflammatory regulators. They help protect blood vessels, brain cells, joint tissue, muscle recovery. As we age, chronic inflammation quietly increases and contributes to arthritis, stiff arteries, cognitive decline, muscle weakness. Omega-3s help calm that internal stress response. EPA and DHA, the most important types. Plant omega-3s from flax and chia are helpful, but conversion to active forms is poor in older adults. The most protective forms are EPA, DHA found mainly in fatty fish, high-quality fish oil supplements, algae-based supplements for those who avoid fish. Why most seniors are deficient. Modern diets are overloaded with omega-6 fats from corn oil, soy oil, processed foods. This imbalance promotes inflammation. Without enough omega-3 intake, the ratio shifts in the wrong direction. How much do seniors need? General support. At least 1,000 milliliters of combined EPA plus DHA daily. For those with joint stiffness, circulation issues, or cognitive concerns, doctors may recommend up to 2,000 milliliters per day. Always choose fish oil that is purified for heavy metals, third-party tested, preferably in triglyceride form for better absorption. Take omega-3s with meals for best results. Food still matters. Great dietary sources: salmon, sardines, anchovies, trout. Aim for fish 2 to 3 times per week when possible. But for many seniors, supplements provide more consistent intake. Omega-3s don't just support longer life, they support better life, better mobility, better circulation, better mental clarity. Final message. After 60, vitamins are no longer harmless insurance policies. Some can quietly strain your organs, stiffen your arteries, and damage nerves. Others can help preserve strength, balance, memory, and independence. The difference is not luck, it's informed choices. Check your labels, review your doses, and focus on nutrients that truly match the needs of aging systems. Your body is still capable of renewal when it's given the right tools.